What's going on, guys? I am doing a review on a Dendra Defender knife. Now, this is just my opinion, stuff I've heard, stuff I've read. Companies that don't do a big, extravagant, fancy box spend more of their time on building the knife. As you can see, this is just a plain box. Comes with a tool in there. It's pretty cool. For to tighten up your pivot screw. Put that aside. Check this out. Okay, this knife I love. This knife is awesome. One side's titanium, the other side's G10. I like the scaling on that. This is just a super slick knife. It's made by Lion Steel. I'm new to this brand. Never heard of this before. I like the way it flips out. It's not a flipper. You have to use a little bit of wrist action on it. It's not spring loaded or anything. Let's see if we can. This is a D2 steel blade. I really like the shape of this blade. I like the scaling that they have here too. I'm not sure what purpose that would serve. I could see that on a fixed blade for cracking something, something light or whatever. But anyway, I love the feel of this knife in your hand. This knife is awesome. I really like this knife. The jimping is really nice on it. It's very comfortable. Now the location of the jimping on this knife is exactly where it needs to be. Okay. And this is a big knife. This is not a small knife. This is a very large knife. One thing that I just did a review on an HTM knife. Same thing with this though. There's no option for the belt clip. Okay, it's only this side, not tip up, tip down, just here. That's fine with me on this knife just because of everything else. It's well built. There's no blade slop. There's no blade play at all. This thing locks up awesome. I have watched a lot of reviews on this. The only downside I've read and watched videos on this knife is the lock, how it gets stuck. And after a while, people are saying that it does loosen up. I haven't had that problem. And I've played with this knife a lot. I've had it about 3 days now. It's got a lanyard hole. Probably going to put a little lanyard guy on there. This knife I will carry. I like it. It's very thin. It's very low profile. It's a heavy knife, but I actually wore it around for a couple hours today in my pants. And to be honest with you, you kind of forget that it's there. It's weird how the weight distributes itself while it's in your pocket, utilizing a belt clip, a pocket clip, I should say. Sorry. Another thing I've never seen on a knife before is this RotoBlock lock. When this is in the open position, you can turn this to where you cannot disengage the lock to close the knife. This is pretty neat. Like I said, I've never seen it before. I watched a video where a guy actually tightened that down so that the function is not available, and that's what I did because I'll never use this as a fixed blade, and I don't want that to get in the way of anything of having to close this knife. So I thought that was a pretty cool little feature. The pivot screw is different. Like I showed at the beginning of the video, there's a little tool that comes with it to tighten it and loosen it. It does take a hex bit also. The very small one will fit in there. Another thing is this, I'm not sure if we can see this on video or not. This has, the bushings in there are not phosphorus bronze. They are polyurethane, I think. Anyway, that's going to be kind of hard to tell. Anyway, it's like a Teflon, sorry, Teflon coated or Teflon bushing or something. Anyway, they're white. They look plastic. So I have done my homework and research on line steel knives, and they make amazing knives. This knife is really not that expensive for what you get. Um, I've seen them as cheap as $130, $140 online, brand new. And but yeah, this knife, I really, really dig this knife. It's just solid. In my opinion, this is a knife I will carry every day if I have to. This is just the thickness of the blade. It's a big knife. I don't have anything next to me to compare it to. Um, but yeah, this is a beefy, chunky knife, and it is super solid. Something that's very rare to me anyway. This knife actually has an edge on it. It has a decent edge. It's sharp. So could it be better? Absolutely. I can put something better on it. But I was very surprised of how sharp it was, which is a big win. That's the first thing I check for when I pick up a knife. Is it sharp? And that's just me. That's just a personal preference. So anyway, again, I don't do specs on my reviews. I just kind of like to do a show and tell. I like to tell you if I like it or not. Everyone's different. But I do not have anything negative to say about this knife. This is an awesome knife. I really like this knife. It's actually going to take place of my Fox Karambit, because this is a right side carry only. So, well, I mean, you can carry left side, but I'm kind of finicky about this opening up in my left side of my pocket. I don't want to run my hand down that, or my finger down that blade. Wouldn't feel too good. So anyway, yeah, this is definitely going to be in the rotation. Awesome knife. I really can't put this knife down. It goes with me everywhere. It's awesome. It's almost like I don't even want to touch it either, because I just don't want to scratch it up or anything. But on the other hand, it's not an expensive knife. I mean, expensive to me could be different to you, but this isn't something that's going to break your wallet. I can get another one of these for $150. I actually got this on a deal, on a trade actually. Brand new knife. So, no money out of my pocket for this guy. But yeah, I love this. I love the blade shape. If you guys haven't seen the Dendra knives, they have three other models. They have the Deer Hunter, I think, the Typhoon, and some Tiger or something. Um, the Typhoon, I think, has like a recurve blade. They're actually all really nice looking blades. So it is. It's you could feel the weight on this, but everything is just it's balanced. See, that's balanced right there. Okay, that's just on one finger. So, and I like this. I like this design. I don't know who came out with this, but I've mainly seen them on the Rick Hinder designs, where one side is a G10 or some other type of material, and the other side is just bare bones, just the material that the handle's made out of. And I'm kind of digging those. I'm kind of digging these knives. So I like the finger guard here, which actually acts as the flipper when it's in the closed position. There's a little choil there. I wouldn't necessarily choke up on that, just because you got that blade runs all the way into that choil. So this guy will cut you right there. So if you're trying to choke up on that knife, you're going to get cut. But yes, awesome knife. I'm really glad I made the deal that I did when I made the deal of the trade for this. So I'm definitely going to get another Dendra knife. I don't know what model. I might get another one of these. I doubt it though, because the other ones that they have are awesome. So it's definitely going to go in my collection. It's going to be on my carry. It's going to be in the rotation. So awesome knife. I highly recommend you get one of these. Haven't put it to the test. I'm not out there chopping wood or anything with it, but It's got a nice edge on it. D2 steel is something that I typically don't prefer, but I'm gonna give this a shot. So D2 is not the worst steel in the world. It's actually a good, decent steel. I think depending on what kind of knife it's on. So anyway, I just wanted to show this off, and have a good day, guys.